Whenever you're looking for a platform that can provide a really clean and transparent listening experience, but also one that doesn't come off as sterile, but just almost perfectly balanced, has excellent amounts of volume control, incredible digital and analog connectivity, a touchscreen, excellent built-in phono stage, and the ability to configure delectable profiles for different speakers and setups that you might have in your home, then you need the Class A Delta Pre-amplifier. All right, everybody, before we get into the details of the Delta Pre, don't forget to subscribe to the Gramophone channel and click that bell icon down there in the corner so you won't miss out on any upcoming highlights. A little background on Class A amps for you. Founded in the 80s in Montreal, Canada, and for all this time built around a focus of providing a transparent, true-to-life kind of sound for whatever it is that you're listening to, Class A has made probably some of the finest power amps that we've ever seen. And while they are generally a little bit more well-known for their power amps, their preamps are just as much a star of the show. And just like the new Delta power amps that we've seen from Class A, such as the stereo and the mono, the new Delta Pre is among, if not the best one that they've made yet. By the way, speaking of the Delta power amps, we did a video on the Delta mono blocks. Check the link down below. So what does the Delta Pre actually sound like? What's the experience of using it, especially when paired up with the matching Delta monos? Really, it's much the same as you would expect. This is an incredibly transparent preamp. Basically, it just sounds like line level gain on a wire, and I mean that in the best kind of way. It doesn't get in the way, it doesn't really involve itself. It just takes the signal, attenuates it accordingly from whatever source you have selected, passes it through to the power amp, which of course passes it through to your speaker and to you. Basically true to source. And I really like this tuning, that we're essentially getting the truth, just with it ever so slightly blunted on standout frequencies that could be fatiguing, but less so than we see on a lot of other popular high-end amps. Now, feature-wise, what is the Delta Pre packing? Well, I mentioned the touchscreen in the intro. If we go here, we've got a bunch of options for source selection. In fact, multiple menus worth, because there's a whole lot here. There's like 3 coaxes, multiple opticals, multiple RCA and XLR. It's great. We go home. I can also show you, by going to the options menu, that we can set up the system according to how we want the volume to behave, how we want the outputs to behave. Do we want to dial in any EQ? Do we want to do any tone control? How do we want to configure the phono stage? We just have options on options on options. There's even a headphone amp built into this unit. We also have the ability to configure balance and so much more. You can even have different configurations programmed into this device for different speaker setups in your home. Say, okay, configuration 1 is 2 speakers and a sub, and configuration 2 is 2 speakers and 2 subs. It just gives you options and flexibility for no matter how you want to run your listening setup at home. How's the material quality? In a word, it's excellent. This chassis feels incredible. Underneath the hood of this unit, everything is incredibly neat and orderly. Excellent power supplies. All the PCBs or circuit boards look spectacularly clean. My favorite thing about this product, though, and it's one of the small details, but gosh, I just love it, are the input and output connectors. Neutrik XLRs, Furatech RCAs and digital coax ends, and really, really solid integration for all of those. These Furatech connectors, these are the real deal. They're copper with a solid rhodium plating so that they will absolutely never oxidize or patina whatsoever. The RCA connectors have just enough grip to solidly grab onto whatever you connect and feel good. If you're looking for a preamplifier that is about as clean as can be, then look no further. You can learn more about the Class A Delta Pre on www.gramophone.com, where we list all of the brands that we carry. And of course, better yet, swing by the Timonium showroom if you actually want to hear this product. But we also have many great things on display at our Columbia and Gaithersburg showrooms. And of course, don't forget on your way out to swing by our Kitchen Design Center in Hunt Valley, because what we do for your ears, they do for your home. All right, everybody, I hope you had a great time today and felt like you learned something. If so, please drop a comment down below and click that like button because it really helps us out. As always, thanks for swinging by. Be seeing you.